Hey guys, this is Nick with PhoneArena, and today we're reviewing the Nokia Lumia 610. We're looking at an entry-level Windows Phone handset. In fact, this is one of the most affordable Windows Phone devices out there. Right now it can be bought for about $250, which makes it a decent alternative to low-grade Android smartphones. In terms of specs, you get a 3.7-inch LCD screen. The processor inside it is an 800 MHz single-core chip, and the camera on its back is of 5 megapixels and has an LED flash. For a device of this class, the Lumia 610 looks quite presentable. This here is the black model, which is probably the most boring one, but you can have it in cyan, in magenta or white as well. The device feels well built and its shape allows it to fit quite nicely in the hand. The only thing that we think should have been done a bit better is the back cover. Although it has a soft touch finish, it easily collects dirt and finger traces. The three capacitive Windows Phone keys are well spaced out and we did not experience any accidental presses. On the right side we have the 2-button volume rocker, the lock key is in the middle, and the 2-stage camera shutter button. All three of them provide sufficient feedback and the shutter key is really comfortable to use. Something nice about the display in the Lumia 610 is that it has a pretty high pixel density. It measures 3.7 inches in diagonal, resolution is the standard for Windows Phone 480 by 800 pixels, and that gives us 255 pixels per inch, which is quite good for an entry-level smartphone. As a result, small text is easy to read and the graphics look quite smooth. In terms of color reproduction, everything looks fine most of the time, but since the display can deliver only about 65,000 colors, gradients do not look nice at all. The Metro interface that we have on Windows Phone is loved by many for its simplicity and intuitiveness, us included. This is what the home screen looks like, with the various live tiles providing quick access to certain features, and a swipe to the left gets you to the list of applications. Switching between applications is done by holding the back key, after which you get the list of recently opened apps and a screenshot of its last activity. Unfortunately, the experience is not as smooth as on other Windows Phone devices. The 800 MHz processor and the 256 MB of RAM are a pretty weak combination, so things get choppy at times. For example, everyday actions like switching between applications or navigating through menus get a bit laggy from time to time. On top of that, it is sad to see that a number of popular applications and games like Angry Birds, Skype, Tango and others currently do not run on the Lumia 610 due to its hardware limitations, although optimized versions are expected to be made especially for weaker handsets like this one. The performance issues continue with the stock internet browser, which has a hard time rendering and loading heavy web pages. Scrolling and zooming work fine, but redrawing elements takes a while. Simpler web pages, however, can be browsed without any problems, and if you have an embedded YouTube video, the phone can play it back in full screen mode. There is a 5 megapixel camera on the smartphone's back, and the photos that it takes are average at best. Outdoor shots look acceptable, but fine details are missing. Also, the camera tends to overexpose shots at times, and white balance is not always accurate. When shooting in low light conditions, there is plenty of digital noise present in the shots. The only annoyance with the default music player is that each time you want to transfer some music from your PC onto your smartphone, you have to use the Zune application since mass storage mode is not supported. But other than that, it gets the job done. It is simple to use and you get playback controls on your lock screen. The video player can handle 720p video, but it constantly drops frames, so if you're going to watch a video on the Lumia 610, VGA resolution is the maximum we would recommend. The in-call audio quality is average on both sides of the line. The earpiece delivers clear sounds, but it should have been a bit louder than this. The microphone, on the other hand, captures audio at a pretty high volume, but it sounds quite artificial. There is a 1300 mAh removable battery behind the back cover, and that should be good for 7.5 hours of talk time or over 3 weeks of standby time. In conclusion, the Nokia Lumia 610 is a decent entry-level offering considering its $250 price tag and the features that it offers in exchange. The only major drawbacks that the owners will have to get used to are the occasional performance issues and the incompatibility with certain applications. Of course, you can probably get a lower-range Android for the same amount of cash, but we doubt that the experience will be any better. There are a few alternatives that we would recommend checking out as long as your budget allows it. The Nokia Lumia 710, for example, is not that much more expensive, but it performs much better in real life thanks to its more powerful hardware. Also, the Samsung Omnia W and the HTC Radar should be considered, although it might be difficult to find them at a good price. Some Android smartphones worth considering as an alternative are the Sony Ericsson Xperia Neo V and the Xperia Ray. Thank you for watching our video review of the Nokia Lumia 610. This is Nick, and if you'd like to check out any of our other smartphone reviews, just visit our website phonearena.com.